Like the grains of sand in time, we get lost in the moments of life. But true wisdom is hidden between these moments. Each moment carries a teaching, an opportunity, and an experience. In these experiences, we learn how to remain calm and peaceful in the face of adversity, how to find a balance in the chaos of life. But how is this possible? Discover the answer to this question and much more by watching the video to the end. Follow us until the end so that you don't miss the surprises waiting for you in this content, every second of which is prepared for you. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Each comment is a valuable step that accompanies us on this journey of wisdom. Moving away from the anxiety of being perfect. The quest for perfection is an impulse that drives many people's lives, but also threatens their spiritual peace. The need to be perfect brings with it the fear of making mistakes. This prevents people from reaching their inner freedom and true potential. Stoic philosophy offers ways to overcome these negative thought patterns. For a Stoic, nature is in universal balance and flow. Everything exists as a part of this great order, and each individual has certain flaws and weaknesses in their own nature. These imperfections are instructive, enabling human beings to develop rather than requiring them to be perfect. Stoic thought teaches us that mistakes, imperfections, and shortcomings are in fact natural, and that we should improve ourselves by learning from these shortcomings. Mistakes are mirrors that show us the realities of life. Through them, we realize who we really are, what is important, and what we should value in life. Many people, because of the pressure to be perfect, do not accept their mistakes. This holds them back from personal growth and development. A Stoic, however, recognizes their mistakes and sees them as learning opportunities. This allows the individual to continuously improve himself, but not in the name of perfectionism, but in the name of becoming a more conscious, understanding, and virtuous person. Stoic wisdom enables the individual to be at peace with his or her imperfections, to learn from his or her mistakes, and to maintain the desire for constant progress. This represents true freedom. An individual, free from the pressure to be perfect, lives in harmony with the flow of nature and finds spiritual peace and freedom by learning from every experience life brings. Stoic thought offers us the key to this freedom. The pressure brought about by the anxiety of being perfect can cause the individual to move away from his/her true self. This prevents the individual from reaching his/her inner values, self-esteem, and true potential. Stoic philosophy offers us a roadmap to overcome this obstacle. By overcoming the pressure to be perfect, the individual learns to live a life in accordance with their own nature. With a Stoic approach, we see the obstacles that life throws at us as opportunities for self-discovery and development. These obstacles make us more resilient, understanding, and wise. For example, when we make a mistake, instead of seeing it as a failure under the pressure to be perfect, we accept it as an opportunity to learn. In this sense, Stoicism shows us how to be resilient in the face of life's challenges, while at the same time helping us to find inner peace and wholeness. This allows the individual to live in harmony within his or her inner world and in the external world. As a result, Stoic thought aims to live a truly free and peaceful life, moving away from the concern to be perfect. This is possible by accepting one's own nature, learning from one's mistakes, and achieving inner balance. By moving away from perfectionism, the individual embraces all the experiences that life brings and reaches his/her true potential by making the most of these experiences. Stoicism is a valuable philosophy that guides us on this journey, distinguishing between labor and results. The things that are our own are our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, our labor. In contrast, the results, what happens as a result of those actions, are in the hands of nature and therefore beyond our control. Consider the example of an archer. The archer learns how to hold his bow, how to place the arrow, how to control his breath. But when the arrow leaves the bow, he cannot control whether it will find its target precisely because of the direction of the wind or other external factors. Here the archer's labor is to shoot the arrow. The result is whether the arrow hits the target or not. In the same way, in life, We can control our labor when we start a project, give our best effort at work or in relationships, but we cannot fully predict the results. External factors, unexpected obstacles or other surprises can affect the outcome. A Stoic accepts this reality and directs his energy and focus on his labor. He seeks the satisfaction of doing the right thing rather than acting in anticipation of the outcome. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Your job is to be the cause, leave the rest to the gods." The ups and downs of life, the process itself should be emphasized, not its successful or unsuccessful outcomes. Each individual, instead of giving up in the face of the difficulties they face, should continue on their way by holding on to their labor and faith in themselves. The doctrine of Stoicism teaches not to create a resistance against the uncontrollable aspects of life, but to accept these situations and live in harmony with them. When an artist puts the first brush stroke on a painting, he does not know exactly what the final form of the work will be. However, each brush stroke is a reflection of the artist's labor and vision. The final form of the work may depend on various external factors, the quality of the material or even the mood of the artist that day. But the artist puts forth his or her best effort every time. Likewise in life, in the process of achieving a goal, every step, every decision, and every action is our labor. This labor is valuable not only for achieving a result, but also as part of the process itself. Whatever the outcome, the experiences, learnings, and achievements involved in that process should be measured by the value they add to us. Finally, being true to our labor is important not only for achieving success, but also for shaping our character, increasing our self-awareness, and unlocking our true potential. Every challenge in life presents us with a lesson, and these lessons make us a stronger and more conscious individual. Therefore, by adopting the Stoic philosophy, we can stand firm in the face of life's challenges and enjoy every moment with faith in our labor and process. Not anxiously waiting for the future. No matter how prepared we are, we can never know the future completely. Therefore, worrying about it only wastes our energy. Worrying about the future clouds our mind and prevents us from focusing on the present moment. After all, in reality, there is only the present moment. The past is now behind us, and the future is yet to come. The present moment is the only place where life is truly lived. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not disturb yourself by picturing your life as a whole. Do not assemble in your mind the many and varied troubles which have come to you in the past and will come again in the future. But ask yourself with regard to every present difficulty, what is there in this that is unbearable and beyond endurance? And then remind yourself that it is not the future or what has passed that afflicts you, but always the present, and the power of this is much diminished if you take it in isolation and call your mind to task, if it thinks that it cannot stand up to it when taken on its own. If we are constantly worrying about the future, we cannot enjoy the present moment and truly enjoy life. Instead, I suggest to stop worrying about the future and live fully in the present moment. This is the key to finding mental peace and balance. In the present moment, we can see what is really important and act accordingly. Yes, we cannot control the future, but we are in control of the present moment. Every moment we spend trying to predict the future causes us to miss opportunities in the present. By losing our minds to the uncertainty of the future, we can lose sight of the present beauty and experiences that life has to offer. By thinking about the future or replaying past events over and over again, we miss precious moments in the present moment. This is like water slipping out of your hand. No matter how tightly you try to hold it, the water gradually flows through your fingers. When we think about the future and the past and forget to live in the present moment, the precious moments of our life slip through our fingers. The true value of life lies not in great achievements or long-term goals, but in our daily lives. Moments like watching the sunrise, moments spent with loved ones, inspiration from a book, or the simple beauty of nature. So instead of getting caught up in thoughts that distract our minds from the present moment, we should endeavor to be fully here and now. It is important to plan for the future or think about the past, but we must remember that the true meaning of life is found in the present moment, in this very moment. Seeing challenges as opportunities. When faced with difficulties, Our first reaction is often to flee, seek refuge, or get out of the situation quickly. However, Stoic thought suggests that we see these moments as a means of transformation. Each challenge is an opportunity for personal introspection and self-awareness. In difficult moments, our true self, our values and beliefs are tested. Maintaining our inner balance and growing by embracing these periods is the key to a truly virtuous life. As Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. True character emerges when we face difficulties. These periods reveal the true values, attitudes, and priorities of the individual. The process of overcoming difficulties shows us our true values, our endurance, and our limits. We should see challenges not only as obstacles, but also as a catalyst for our personal development. Each challenge offers us a new perspective, a new skill, or a new understanding. When we experience a negative event, instead of focusing on the pain caused by this event, focusing on what new doors this event opens for us, what new opportunities it brings us, gives us a more positive, hopeful, and constructive perspective. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Overcoming these difficulties brings us one step closer to our goals. Every obstacle is a step to be overcome, a lesson to be learned, a potential to be discovered. Discovering this potential brings us not only external success, but also inner peace, wisdom, and maturity. In conclusion, challenges are inevitable, but how we respond to them shapes our character and personal development. According to Stoic thought, embracing difficulties not only offers us the opportunity to become stronger and more resilient, but also helps us to become a wiser, more understanding, and more mature individual. Therefore, we should approach every challenge that life presents us with as a learning opportunity and make the most of these opportunities. Independence from extrinsic values. Independence from extrinsic values. Throughout history, mankind's passion for external conditions, material achievements, social status, admiration, and appreciation has been one of the most powerful factors shaping his life. For many, these values have become the criteria that determine the meaning and purpose of life. However, the ancient but timeless wisdom passed down to us by Stoicism points out that an excessive emphasis on these external values can leave us spiritually deprived. To understand what is truly valuable, we must look beyond the external world. Although the world around us is full of shiny and glamorous things that fuel the desire for possessions, most of these things are ephemeral. External achievements, admiration, social approval, all of these may bring momentary happiness, but they cannot provide lasting peace and fulfillment. This is because external factors are always variable and beyond our control. On the other hand, the values we find in our inner world, that is, the decisions and choices made with our free will and virtue, show us what is really important. Our inner world is shaped by our own core values, unaffected by the chaos and variability of the external world. This brings us true freedom and independence. In a world where riches, fame, and fortune, even physical beauty, can disappear, our character, wisdom, and virtue endure. These values guide us through life's difficulties and give us true wealth. As a Stoic sage, I believe that focusing on developing one's inner virtues and character rather than dwelling on external successes or failures is the key to a truly worthwhile life. We cannot change the direction of the wind, but by adjusting our sails, we can sail in the direction we want. With this perspective, we should seek to recognize and develop our own intrinsic values, rather than succumbing to the temporary temptations of external circumstances. This is the secret of true freedom and lasting happiness. Controlling our thoughts. Thoughts are the mirror of our soul. Although we cannot control the external world, we can control our inner world and our thoughts. This is a principle at the center of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius said, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts." The pain we feel in the face of a negative event is not caused by the event itself, but by what we think about that event. Therefore, being able to recognize and transform negative or harmful thoughts is the real key to achieving peace and happiness. Many people think that external events determine how they feel. In reality, however, Our reactions to these events and how we perceive them determine our emotions. This is why Stoics learn to carefully observe and question their thoughts. As Epictetus said, men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. This means that it is not the event itself that disturbs or pleases us, but what we think about it. Armed with this wisdom, a Stoic sees his mind as a garden. Harmful thoughts are like weeds in this garden. Recognizing these weeds and uprooting them allows the garden to grow in a healthy and balanced way. In the same way, harmful thoughts. Armed with this wisdom, a Stoic sees his mind as a garden. Harmful thoughts are like weeds in this garden. Recognizing these weeds and uprooting them allows the garden to grow in a healthy and balanced way. Likewise, recognizing and transforming harmful thoughts ensures the protection and development of our mental and spiritual health. In the garden, we can see how weeds left untended spread rapidly and choke out other plants. In the same way, negative thoughts that grow unnoticed in our minds can choke our positive and constructive thoughts, deplete our energy, and disturb our spiritual balance and peace. Consequently, seeing the mind as a garden symbolizes the Stoic's ability to manage his thoughts and emotional reactions. Just as a beautiful and balanced garden requires regular care and attention, a constant effort and awareness is required to maintain and improve our mental and spiritual health. Therefore, constantly observing our mind, recognizing and transforming negative thoughts is a fundamental principle at the core of Stoicism. Dear viewers, we have come to the end of this journey full of wisdom. It has been a great privilege for us to go step by step with you to discover true wisdom in every moment of life, which flows like the sand grains of time. Remember, finding the meaning of life is only possible by living it to the fullest. If you found this content valuable and would like to discover more, don't forget to like our video. And of course, you can subscribe to our channel and be informed about our future content by turning on notifications. Thank you to each and every one of you who followed us until the end of the video. Feel free to share your thoughts and feelings with us in the comments, because each comment enriches this journey even more. We hope you find balance in the chaos of life and turn challenges into opportunities. See you again in our next videos. Goodbye.